Welcome back to the VTC C++ fundamentals. We want to take just a minute to talk about order of initialization. This is important for you to start to understand even in the fundamentals because of the way the compiler operates and the way it creates the base classes and any derived classes that you create off of those, derived from those base classes. If you don't understand the concept that one thing will be created before another, you can make the mistake of trying to use an item that is not yet initialized, and that can certainly be a problem. In the order of initialization, first the base class constructors are invoked, and they are invoked in the order of their declaration. So that's important to know when you're creating base classes or using them. They must be declared in an order that you will be using them as you derive from them and as you initialize them. And we're going to take a look at a piece of code here in just a second to reinforce this. After the base classes are constructed, then your member object constructors, if you've created any, are invoked in the order of their declaration. So first base classes, then member object constructors, and then finally the derived class constructors will be invoked. So that the bases have already been created so that we can then derive from them. Now, of course, we know that destructor invocation has to work in the opposite order because you can imagine these things are stacking A, B, and C on top of each other. So we have to destruct or destroy the last one created. So the derived class destructors are called before the member object destructors are invoked, and they are in the reverse order of their declaration, so we're working backwards off of what was created. And then finally the base class destructors are called in their reverse order of declaration, so we get back to basically an empty memory structure. So obviously the order of invocation of destructors is the reverse of that of the constructors. Now let's take a look here at a little piece of code. Here's a way that you don't want to initialize and a way that you do. Let's say that we have a shape class, and this is the shape constructor. We'll have a constant point center up here, and then a color will come in, and then you might just want to go ahead and say that here you have these objects or members inside the shape class, and you set them equal to the items that come in. Well, what happens when you do this, when you reference center like this, you cause another call to the constructor of point to get this value, and then you have to do an assignment. What you want to do is an initialization, and that's what we have down here. Here we have the constant point center, the end color, just the same way, but now we use a colon after this closing paren and say that our local member is center, and it should take this value into it, and our local color should pick up this color. So now the initialization has been performed without an extra call to the constructor of point, and we don't have to do any assignment down here because the copy constructor is going to be used down here rather than the assignment constructor that would have been set up this way. So it's more efficient, it's faster, and when you get into creating so many classes and the way that they come and go, especially when they're automatics, that happens so often and so quickly that anywhere that you can save a few cycles is going to make your program that much more efficient. So that's what we wanted to talk about, the order of declaration, construction, and destruction.